To the pretty girl. To the pretty girl.
Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Kenna and I'm a Cameroonian YouTuber based in Douala, Cameroon. If this is your first time here, you're very welcome. Please just click on that subscribe button. You might start watching this video and you get carried away. Today I'm doing a video request. I'm doing a video request from one of my friends, and she asked me to do a video on friendship, how we pick our friends and who is a good friend basically. So what I'm going to do is I'll do this video in two parts. I'll just talk about today how we pick a friend and who a good friend is, and the part two of this video I'm going to talk about how to identify if you are a bad friend. How do we pick our friends? It's really funny because I've seen all kinds of reasons why people pick friends. Sometimes you just see somebody and you guys connect, you enjoy each other's company, and you're like, okay, let's exchange our numbers and meet up sometime later, and boom, you become friends. There are some people who are like, level has changed, level don't change. I cannot be friends with just anybody. I want to be friends only with people at my level. So they dump their old friends and they go in for people who are their level. I don't know what that means. Don't come and ask me what levels mean, but that's just what some people say. There are some people who like to associate when, like, for example, they are lawyers, they like to associate only with lawyers. There are some people who are journalists like me, they like to associate only with journalists. Like, some people are like, no, I don't want to associate with people who are not in the same craft as me. And that reminds me, I've just thought of something that they were talking about celebrities and friends. Like, they say a lot of celebrities forget their old friends when they become famous, and some people were like, no, it's because levels have changed, they have to be friends only with celebrities. So yes, that's just like basically it. The next way which some people pick a friend is that they look at you and they're like, I can gain something from this person. Like, those people who come to gain, they're like, okay, Kenna looks like somebody who has money. Look at her shoe, look at her bag. Okay, so if I'm a friend with this girl, I'll probably gain something from her. So they're like, oh, okay, you are my friend. There are also some people who admire others. They just sit and they admire somebody like, oh my god, I like this person so much, I just want to be friends with the person, and they go out of their way to ensure that they become friends with that person. A lot of us in Cameroon, it's very common here, most of our friends are usually our classmates, because you see them every day. For example, one of my oldest friends, Sandrine, I knew Sandrine since I was in Form 1 until today. We're still friends. That should be over almost 21 years. So sometimes your classmates become your friends. Who is a good friend? Number one, a good friend is not judgmental. You don't, no matter what your friend is explaining to you, you're not judging them like, I'm better than you, how could you do things like this, it would have been better if you did it like this. Like, you shame them, make them feel bad about what they have done. If you are a good friend, when your friend tells you something, for example, let's say your friend comes and is telling you, oh my god, I'm cheating, I'm dating two guys at the same time, you listen to her. You're not like, oh my god, how could you do this, you are so bad, and you make them to feel worse. No, a good friend is that person that will listen to you. Even though you are wrong, the friend is going to listen to you and then look for an appropriate way to advise you. Like, but Kenna, why did you do this thing? Don't you see that it's wrong for you to date two guys at the same time? Like, that's who a good friend is. You're not going to be judging the person like, date two guys, like, I can never do that, you're so bad, you're a whore, how can you be dating two men at the same time? Like, no. The second characteristic of a good friend is that you're a good listener. I personally have an issue with people who are not good listeners, because I think that that's one of my strengths. I listen. Sometimes even if you're saying something that is crazy, I listen. I cannot be friends with somebody who cannot listen. Like, when I say cannot listen, you know that person that you're trying to explain an issue to, and the person keeps trying to bring up their own issue. That's actually a very good quality. I don't know why some people refuse to listen. Like, a good friend is that person that listens to you when you're having an issue. The person sits down and just listens to what you have to say, listen to all your ranting and all the stress out talk that you're just talking. The person just listens. That's what I'm basically saying. Somebody who you can depend on, somebody that you can count on. Like, the person is always there. The person always shows up in good times as well as in bad times. I always say I have a problem with people who show up only in bad times. It's like, why are you showing up only when I have a funeral or somebody is sick and all that? I feel that a good friend is supposed to show up in good and bad times, because some people, some of these our friends, they like to come only during a bad time because they like seeing you down, and then when it's a good time they forget that they can also come to celebrate with you. They're like, no, I'm busy, I can't come for your graduation, I can't come for this big event in your life. But when it comes to things, time that you're down, the person is always there. And I've seen a lot of people say, oh, you're my good friend because you're always there in bad times. Yes, a good friend, for me, actually, I don't know about other people, but for me, what I think is, a good friend is not supposed to be there only when you are down. A good friend is supposed to be there during your happy times and during your sad times. Like, you're just dependable. The person knows that if they need you to do something for them, you will show up and help them out. Like, that's another characteristic of a good friend. Trustworthy. Like, with the world today, it's so difficult to find somebody that is trustworthy. I personally have not had problems with trusting my friends, but I generally have a problem making new friends. Like I always say, my friends from way back, they are the people who are my friends today. My friends, I've known them for like between 20 and 15 years. Those are the people who are still my friends, and I don't have a lot of friends in Douala right now, like really close friends, because I just have a problem when it comes to trusting people. Like, I could see you, we connect and we start talking, and I'm that person who is very open. When I see you, I trust people easily. When I see you and I feel like, oh my god, this person could be my friend, I just start opening up to you. And then I've never had a problem with not trusting my friends. Like, I've been very lucky in that sector, like where you tell your friend this and then everybody knows. No, I've never had that kind of issue. But with the things that I've seen in my life, with the way I've seen friends betraying people, right, that's where I have issues making new friends. Because when I see you and we're connecting and we're talking, I just get to a point and I start telling you things about myself. I get to this point that I get scared and I'm like, okay, this person, I'm just meeting you, like, I'm just meeting you now. So what if I expose my life to you and then you take it now and you go back? Because obviously you have your own friends. You take it and then you go back to your own friends, and then you people start talking about my life and you're laughing about it. So I just get so guarded. I think that's the thing that has made it so difficult for me to make new friends. Because when I see you, we get to talking, I'm trusting you, and then all of a sudden I'm just like, I don't give up too much information. No, things are happening. In fact, to be a good friend, you have to be trustworthy. Because I know certain friends that as you sit in front of them and you are talking, right, you're explaining something to them, the person in their mind, as they're no longer with you, they're already thinking like, oh, mommy, this my other friend is going to die when they hear the news. Like, your issue cannot stay between you and that friend. As you tell the friend is telling the next person what you just told them. So all these things, it has just gotten me to be really guarded. I'm so scared. My closest friends to me now are my cousins and my sister. Like, my sister is my best friend. I tell her everything. The last but not the least, a very important point is that a good friend is that person who encourages you. Like, it feels good to have a friend that encourages you, because this is very common these days. You see a lot of girls, a lot of people generally saying that their friends are not supporting them. You're doing something and your friends are not supporting you. They don't encourage you to be better. That's a good friend will encourage you no matter what you're trying to do. A good friend will always encourage you. When I was back in the university, I can remember there was this time I was doing statistics, and guys, anybody that knows me knows that when it comes to numbers, I'm really bad with numbers. So my friend Kati, I can remember very well, I was like, this statistic thing, I'll just remain in this UBO because I cannot handle this course. I'd already failed it the first time. So the night of me writing that exam, I was just like, you know what, I'm just going to sleep. When I get up tomorrow, I'll go and write anything. I don't know, this thing is so difficult. She pulled me out and she was like, Kenna, you're going to learn this thing and you're going to pass it. She spent her entire night, she too was writing exams home. She spent her entire night trying to teach me, encourage me, like, Kenna, this thing is not small. This thing is not that difficult. You can learn it. And guys, she taught me all night. I went, I wrote that course, and I passed it. So those are the kind of friends you want to have in your life. The friends that encourage you when you're looking at something and you're like, oh my god, I can't do it. You want that kind of friend that you know she's going to push you forward, and it's like, you can do this thing, you can make it. Those are characteristics of a good friend. Let me know what you think about this video in the comment section. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Love you. Bye.